What's going on, Ian, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Matt, bringing you my top 10 hip hop / rap and R&B albums of the year 2000. Man, let's go ahead and get right into it. Reminder: you can have your own list if you can't respect my opinions. I got the criterion. Kablam! We got lyrics, production, creativity, memorabilia, and I'm only doing 5 rap and 5 R&B. So the top two, the second place spot on this list will be the best R&B album. And the first place spot on this list will be the best rap album, just to keep it fair. And I'll switch off between the two. So if it's 10, it'll be the 5th best for R&B, and then 9 will be the 5th best for rap. Okay. Now there are no collaboration albums on my list unless the rappers started off together. If they started off solo and came together, that's a collaboration. Group albums are fine, but no collaborations. Okay, rap rock style albums, we're not gonna see those. We are not gonna see no mixtapes. Okay. Number 10, Mama's Gun, Erykah Badu, has a very killer vibe. You know what I'm saying? Felt like somebody auntie was trying to talk to me. Probably one of my own. Real deep cuts on here. You know what I'm saying? My favorite track on here is a Bag Lady. Number 9, we got Ludacris back for the first time. You cannot say that he was not on fire when he first came out. Teaching us how to throw them bows with Southern hospitality. Having UGK come on the track, you know what I'm saying? Talking about sticking somebody up, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. the great Pimp C, R.I.P. You know what I'm saying? We had What's Your Fantasy on this album, man. Luda stomp came in this game guns blazing. And he would have the best 4-year run I've ever seen in my life for a rapper, okay? And this was the start of it all. Alright. Number 8, we got My Thoughts, Avant. Avant is one of the most underrated R&B artists. And the fact that this album, did so much for the time that it came out in, when R&B was cluttered from the 90s. He was a nice breath of fresh new blood for the 2000s, man. He kind of helped set the tone for what the 2000s was going to be like for R&B. He kind of helped set the tone. My favorite song on here is none other than Long As I Live. My First Love. Him and Kiki Wyatt are the duo we didn't know we needed, but we did. Anyways, coming in at number 7, we got Ja Rule. Rule 336. Now this right here, man, is my favorite Ja Rule album. Don't ask me why I think it's better than Vinny Vinny Vici. Don't ask me why I think it's better than Pain Is Love. This right here has a gangle of stuff that's way more replayable as far as filler tracks and such, man. Especially it has Put It On Me. You know what I'm saying? Between Me and You is my favorite of the bangers, but the best song on here is I Cry. Because he gets vulnerable. He gets deep. Don't even press me about Rule 336, man. And so what if he's buying pop, man? Look. Pre 50 Cent, this cat was on top, and this was the album that said, look, I'm gonna be here for a while. Alright? Number 6, My Name Is Joe. This album right here, man, severely. Joe himself is a severely underappreciated R&B artist. He's another hero in the R&B game we didn't know we needed. And he also, with Avant, kind of set the tone for what 2000s R&B for males was supposed to look like. You know what I'm saying? And he did a very good job coming in straight out of Alabama, because that's where he's from. He's from Alabama. So the best song on here is Thank God I Found Your remix with him, Mariah Carey, and Nas. That song is a banger. Although Stutter was fire, I Want to Know was fire, and a whole bunch of other stuff, man. So yeah, y'all, if y'all ain't dove deep into Joe's discography like that, man, go ahead and check him out, man. He's a very solid R&B artist, well put together, man. Anyway, number 5. This is we just got through the third best R&B album. This is the third best rap album, and we got Nelly Country Grammar. Now there's a reason why this album went diamond. Okay, it has vibes on top of vibes on top of vibes, regardless if it's a chill vibe, if it's a party pump up vibe, if it's a I want to tear your head off lyrically hardcore vibe. It has all the right flavors for your hip hop ears. You know what I'm saying? It has all the right flavors. It can satisfy your taste. Whatever you need from this album, it has it. Okay? Now, one of these days, I really hope Nellyville will be as diamond like this album did yet. But yeah, man. And by my favorite song from this album is it's not even Ride With Me. It's the song called Still the Show when he debuted at the Saint Lunatics. And the Saint Lunatics were a very great group when they were around. And we're coming in at number 4. I Just Want to Sing About Music Soul Child. Now, this right here is very, very, very crucial to the neo soul blend with hip hop scene, cause like music definitely put down when it came to the delivery of his lyrics, especially on songs like Love. You know what I'm saying, where he's being sincere and dear to his heart, being grateful for what love taught him. You know what I'm saying? And then like you have dope concepts like Just Friends, which he put in parentheses Sunny. Now I don't know if the girl whose name was Sunny that he inspired to make that track for, but it's still a banger nonetheless. Okay. And then like Just Friends Sunny is like her ultimate track of how to rizz up a girl without scaring her off. You know what I'm saying? That's why that's legit my second favorite song on this album, because my first favorite song on this album is Girl Next Door. I just love how, dope the storytelling between him and the female artist is, because I like how they switch perspectives toward the end of the song. Like that's like I like elements of surprise like that. I'm a sucker for that. That and emotional vulnerability. That's why I like Love too. Anyway, Music Soul Child, man. I Just Want to Sing. Coming in, and this is the second best rap album of the list. We got Stankonia. Y'all thought I was gonna put some else in here, but no. You cannot have the year 2000 without Outkast Stankonia, man. You could not escape these guys on the radio around this time, man. Everybody knows the lyrics to Miss Jackson. Everybody knows the lyrics to So Fresh and So Clean. Okay, dog. If you never played So Fresh So Clean before while you were in the shower, play that next time you get in the damn shower, man. It's gonna give you all the confidence in the world, even after you get a haircut. And then like there's other songs like Gasoline Dreams and B.O.B. and a whole bunch of other stuff that them two and Killer Mike has his handprints on this album too. You know what I'm saying? And like if y'all didn't know before Run the Jewels, Killer Mike used to run around with Outkast. You know what I'm saying? Putting out banger after banger after banger, man. And those guys are still cool to this day. You know what I'm saying? All three of them. But yeah, man, Stankonia. You know what I'm saying? It went 5 times platinum. And it was a perfect precursor to what eventually we will get in Speaker Box and The Love Below. But we'll get to that album. If this video does good enough to get an 03 list from me. Okay? Because now before I move on number 2. If this video gets enough likes, you know what I'm saying? If y'all like this concept, if y'all like what I do, please like, comment, and share, please, so that way I can do more of these continuing on for the 2000s. Coming up next will be 2001, but right now we're gonna get into the best R&B album on this list, and some of y'all are gonna hate me, some of y'all finna hate me, but I don't care, because we're gonna talk about it. I don't care. Yes, TP2.com by R. Kelly is not only the best project he ever put out, my opinion, but it's the best R&B album of the year 2000. And that's facts. He started off on fire with TP2 and Strip For You, that had songs like The Greatest Sex and, World's Greatest. I Wish, which is a very emotional song. I use that to help get over so many losses in my family. Then you got stuff in between like I Don't Mean It, which was an apologetic, but it was a very powerful track. One Me, very underrated smooth jam. Feeling on Your Booty is a classic club banger. but because of what Robert did, we're gonna just discredit the amazing contributions he made to music. Because fun fact, he went platinum by himself with this album. Recorded everything, mastered everything, wrote everything. R. Kelly was that talented, man. I got peoples I know from Chicago that can vouch for that would catch him on the subway singing with his group. So don't tell me R. Kelly ain't one of them ones when he is, man. Alright. Before I get to number one, let's have some time for some honorable mentions. Remember, if this gets enough love, I will do 2001. I might put a poll out. Light Water for Chocolate. Very, very, very intricate, very deep. But I do not, but there ain't much vibes to it. And some of the songs do like some replay value. But this is not a bad album. It's a great album. Beware Dog. Not enough depth lyrically wise, but it's still an enjoyable project. Bow Wow Wow Yippee Yo Yippee Yay is a great tune. I also really like Bounce With Me. I think that's my favorite song off this album. Rock La Familia, The Dynasty is also a great album, but it's not as, as polarizing as it should have been. And furthermore, this felt like more of a collaborative album, despite being listed under Jay-Z's name. This felt more like a collaborative album between him and his crew instead of just being him by himself. You know what I'm saying? Like, his group members oversaturated this album. Like, this album is loaded with features. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that there ain't some songs on here where Jay does fine on his own, but to which there are. And this song did have some charting singles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I Just Want to Love You and Guilty Until Proven Innocent. Other than that, that's really it. The best songs on here are This Can't Be Life and Soon You'll Understand. My personal opinion. And the intro track is fire too, but apart from those tracks, man, there ain't much to go and write home about. Oh yeah, Change the Game is another hit, but it don't hit as hard as, Give It To Me. Anyway, we got Big L, The Big Picture, which came out a year after he died. He got shot. I forgot how many times in the face and in the chest, but he got shot walking home in Harlem. But yeah, man, for what this was put out to, this is one of the better posthumous album releases of our time. Because you get some rappers that get piss poor production while they're not allowed around to hear it or approve of it. They actually did Big L justice by handing him this kind of production to match his already hot fire lyrics on this one. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why it doesn't make the fine list is that, it doesn't carry as much vibe-wise. You know what I'm saying? Because Big L, at times, he can come off like he's, like, one-dimensional. At times. I love his vocab and all that, but sometimes he can be one-dimensional, especially when it comes to delivery. Big Pun, yeah, baby, another person I would consider semi-one-dimensional, with his vocabulary and his, like, I mean, he can go from fast and slow, but, I haven't seen him being able to do so many styles yet. But we never will because he passed away before this album came out, 2 months before this album came out, but this is another posthumous release that actually did some justice because I think Fat Joe was over it and he wanted to make sure the best type of beats was going to match the lyrics, and they did, especially on It's So Hard and 100% by Tony, with him and Tony Sunshine on it. But yeah, man, great album. Not as good as Capital Punishment, but that's a 98 release, not a 2000s release. We got Supreme Clientele from Ghostface Killah. This album has a lot of heat on it. You know what I'm saying? But if I had to make 10 or hip hop albums of this, like, this would probably be number 6. That's how good it is. But it's just that the vibes of the other 5 albums kind of beat this album by a smidgen. I'm just being objective. I love Ghostface. He's my favorite Wu-Tang member, but this can't go in the top 5. For R&B album mentions, I got Fear of Flying. Great release by Maya. It's very soulful, very upbeat and energetic, especially with my favorite song going to be In Case of the X, but it still lacks a little bit. It needs to have a little bit more depth, in my opinion. I can say the same thing about the next song I mentioned, which is Who is Jill Scott, Words and Sounds Volume 1. Like I said, it's great for the neo soul portion of the R&B R&B 2000s era. Like stories like A Long Walk and all that are fine and daddy, but like, you know, I feel like there should be more facets to to the kind of music that Jill Scott does. You know what I'm saying? This is not, and just because they're in the album mention doesn't mean that they're bad albums. They're great albums, but they just didn't do enough for me to make the list. This didn't do enough for me to make the list for R&B. Same thing with Carl Thomas, Emotional. You know what I'm saying? Outside of I Wish and a couple of other songs, there's hardly anything else that's replayable. And on top of that, this album is tainted by P. Diddy because this is a bad boy album.
No Diddy.
Luckily, you don't hear too much of P. Diddy on this, thank God, because 2024 is the year of no Diddy. But anyways, very solid listen. I still recommend these albums. Go listen. And that's the end of my album mentions. Now we're gonna get to number one. If you're a hip hop head, this is obvious. But if you're not, it's not so obvious. But even a casual person might agree with this decision. And the number one album is the Marshall Mathers LP. This right here, I see why this album went certified diamond. It has so much enjoyable songs on here, from Kill You to Kim to Stand, which is one of the greatest stories in hip hop ever told, to the point where it revolutionized the whole culture. Like, if you're a hardcore super fan of somebody, you are called a stan. Okay, even Eminem's fan base are stans, and there's a whole cult of them on the internet. Stevie Knight, No Life Shaq, Crypt. There's a whole bunch of Eminem stans on the internet, man. Whole bunch of them. I met a lot of stans in real life. Some of them crazy, some of them not. You know what I'm saying? Because of this album right here, man. Real Slim Shady is also fire. People recognize that very well. Bitch Please 2 with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg on it was very, very, very good. Yeah, man, this album has bangers after bangers on it, man. Like, it's dang near inescapable, but I would have to say, oh yeah, can't forget about The Way I Am. The Way I Am is so passionate. Like, I love how passionate and raw Eminem is with his delivery on that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, apart from that, I want to say the best song on here is actually Who Knew. Because, like, he says a lot of clever A-lines on that one, where he says, you want me to watch my mouth? How? Take my effing eyeballs out and turn them around. And then in the third verse, he says, skip the bebop with Christopher Reeve, Sonny Bono, Ski Sports, and hitting some trees. How many retards will listen to me? Run up in the school, shooting with the pistol to teach. Her, is it him? Was it me? Slim Shady said to do it again. Damn, how much damage could you do with a pen? I'm just as effed up as you would have been. You see why I put it as number one? It's the most quotable, man. Come on, man. He was literally defending himself on Who Knew, because everybody in the industry was like blaming him for like an increase in, like, you know, white people rage or white people violence and all that, man. Everybody was blaming him, but I'm like, nah, man. The parents of these kids have responsibilities too now. But anyway, that wraps up my list of top 10 R&B hip hop albums of the year 2000. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know whatever I upload, man. I'll see you all next time. Hopefully, this video gets enough love so that way I can do a part 2 of this. And I'll see y'all then. Deuces.